IPM actually stands for Integrated Pest Management. It's a holistic sort of way of thinking, putting together lots of different pest management actions to manage that pest or suite of pests in the best possible way. These events encourage the uptake of IPM in a number of different ways, but the main way is to gain information. The more that growers know about how to implement IPM in a stepwise, small steps, baby steps I like to say, the easier it is for them to go away and feel empowered to do it.
I think it's really important for growers to be engaged with IPM if they want to mitigate crop loss and improve productivity in their nurseries. If they're not monitoring crops on a regular weekly basis, then they could sustain big financial losses. Events like the one today keep me at the forefront of what's happening in the industry in terms of pest and disease management. So if I don't attend them, then I end up falling behind my competitors.
We do have people bring plants with an unknown problem to these workshops, and I always consider that to be a very valuable experience for them and for us actually. Jacqueline, what's this plant?
Well, it's a rock rose, a cistus, and it's growing in the glass house down in Canberra Institute of Technology, where I teach horticulture. Okay. And we have a plant sale and we do a lot of stock every year, so this is just one of them that's got a pest on it.
Yep, so it's obviously a bit puckered. So what we're going to do is just have a little look. We'll look under here and we can see, if we look around, there are cast-off skins of aphids, and they're aphids in the growing tips.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic because it gives me the tools and equipment to assess the pests that are in our glass houses and to manage them much more effectively.
The workshops have been in quite a few locations this year. We've been in Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne, Mildura, Townsville, Sydney, Perth and Bunbury. So can you tell me what's going on with this plant?
So this one's the scribbly gum. Initially it came up with this fungus, or what we thought was a rust. So we took it out from our overhead sprinklers and only irrigated it from the bottom. Yep. Gave it a spray, but then it got hit with the autumn gum moth.
So I think there might actually be more than one thing going on with this plant. This is a bit of a tricky one. See how some of these areas, the cells are raised.
The brown spots?
Yeah, so in the circled area,
yep,
you can see they're raised, and in some of these areas over here, they're actually just sort of collapsed. That sort of thing could well be from edema.
So these events are helpful for me as a nursery hand because it keeps me updated with current practice. So I'm always utilising the best tools available in the industry.
IPM is important for a number of different reasons. One, it can produce healthier plants, it can produce them more efficiently so that it costs less. It's also more environmentally sustainable. So growers that are using IPM in a holistic sort of sense will be applying pesticides less often and in a more specific manner so that the environment is better looked after.
Yeah, I think the key take home for me today is that there's an abundance of resources on the farm management website that my staff are probably not using currently. So I'll be going back to them today with the key take home of you need to get online and use the resources that are available. If the event's on next year, I will definitely attend, but I'll probably send some of my staff along as well.
Yes, I would absolutely recommend this. It was fantastic and I've learnt a lot.
The engagement and interaction at these workshops is always really good. We learn things from these workshops and everyone says that they learn a lot and are able to gain some practical feedback and methods to manage pests.